Hello and welcome to this Denver 7 Plus special weather presentation. I'm meteorologist Danielle Grant. Over the next 30 minutes, we're going to dig into everything October weather here in Colorado. We'll take a deep dive into October heat, large hailstorms, and early season blizzards. Plus, how to still see fall colors as we round out leaf peeping season. And later on, Denver 7 Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson sits down with Colorado Public Radio to talk about the transition to fall and a La Nina winter. But first, a look at what to expect from the weather in the coming month. October is upon us across Colorado. Fall is in the air. Maybe not necessarily here in Denver, not yet anyway, because it's been so warm, but up into the high country we have had some spectacular views as the fall foliage is just looking supreme out there. So many of you have been going on your fall color adventures, snapping some amazing photos and sending them in to us. Please keep them coming. We're absolutely loving this. Haji Mahmoud sent this one in to us from Twin Lakes earlier, and wow, I love the hillside, just bright and golden. You can even see a few orange and red shades in the distance, and then of course the jagged mountains also showcasing a little bit of light snowfall, just a dusting out there. And this is in and around Rabbit Ears Pass. Shannon Lukens captured this shot for us. The fall colors looking so good, so bright, so vibrant out there. If you're going to be driving across northwestern Colorado, you should be in for quite the treat, really anywhere in Colorado up into the high country as the leaves are right near peak. Here we are diving into a new month, and I want to break down kind of what you can expect. Typically, we get our first big snow here around the Denver area. We can still see some thunderstorms. If we do see those thunderstorms, it's primarily here in Denver and then across the eastern plains. But this typically also ushers in that first heavy major snowfall of the season when everyone is still in fall mode, but Mother Nature decides, no, we're gonna roll in an early winter storm for you. You know, a lot of ski resorts also start to open up late October into early November too. Always that race to see who will be the first. Here across the Denver area, as far as our averages go, the temperature when you average the daytime high and the overnight low comes out to about 51 degrees. Plus, and then you'll notice the precip just shy of an inch. Snowfall, typically we pick up just shy of 4 inches. So we'll see what 2024 has in store for us, as overall it's been a warm and drier weather pattern. As far as the extremes go here in Denver, you have to go way back 1950 when we had our warmest October on record, 59.9 degrees, and then the coldest October just about 19 years after that, 1969, when again the daytime high and the overnight low averaged out to 38.9 degrees. Definitely a cold one, to be sure. And again, these data points all go back to 1872 when we first started recording the weather statistics. It's been recorded at multiple different locations here in Denver, but all the way from back to the 1800s until now. And these are the numbers that we're looking at. Top 7 warmest Octobers ever on record. Again, 1950, that was that 59.9. Back in 2016, still holding that number 4 spot at 57.8 degrees, and then also 2015, a warm October for sure. Our top 7 wettest, again, you got to go back to the 1900s, 1969, when we picked up more than 4 inches. Otherwise, second place through 7th place, we were in that 3-inch mark. Pretty impressive still. And then our top 7 snowiest Octobers, 1969, when we saw 31.2 inches of snowfall stacking up here in Denver. Wild, right? That's a little too much too soon for me anyway. All the way back to 2009, the most recent one for us anyway, we picked up 17.2 inches. What about the storms that do come through? Well, our biggest risk again is going to be for snowfall. We usually see that first significant cold outbreak. Chances of seeing lightning, not so much, as well as hail. Heavy rain though also going to be a possibility. I'll show you our 30-day outlook because typically October is a quiet month for us, and it looks to be that way. Warmer than average conditions for much of the state. Also, this is going to include much of New England, and then I'll show you our 30-day outlook as far as the precipitation goes. drier than average. If you want to find a little bit more moisture, you have to head all the way up to the corner of the Pacific Northwest and then along the eastern seaboard, Florida, all the way up toward Maine. But this bullseye for drier than average conditions will continue for much of the Denver metro area, much of Colorado as we look ahead toward October. And our longer range models also are indicating a very similar setup as we head into the winter months. We'll get there when we get there, right? I hope you can enjoy October and enjoy the beautiful fall season across our state. Now for a look back at some Colorado weather history in the month of October. An early season blizzard became one of the deadliest of the 1900s. Starting on October 24th, 1997, nearly 3 feet of snow blanketed Denver as 60-mile-per-hour winds slammed the city, dropping wind chills to 40 degrees below zero in some spots. Hundreds of drivers were stranded. Many had to be rescued by the National Guard. And in northeast Colorado, 6 people died in the blizzard, and it's estimated around 20,000 cattle were also killed. A big October snowstorm in 2020 was welcome news for Colorado's foothills. From October 25th to 26th, anywhere from 1 to 2 feet of snow fell in parts of Boulder and Larimer counties.
Though this is exactly what we needed, it may not be enough.
The snow fell as the Cameron Peak and East Troublesome fires were burning in the area. The Cameron Peak fire had eclipsed 200,000 acres and became the state's largest wildfire. And the East Troublesome fire, which became the state's second largest fire ever, had broken out just 10 days earlier. According to National Weather Service data, the most significant snowfall recorded during that storm was 28.3 inches south of Virginia Dale. The snowstorm also brought frigid temperatures behind it, with the Walden Airport reading minus 24 degrees on the morning of the 27th. 4 to 8 inches of new snow fell across the Denver metro. And the entire country got a look at Colorado's crazy weather on October 15th back in 1984 during the 200th broadcast of ABC's Monday Night Football. Over 62,000 people braved blizzard conditions at Mile High Stadium. Fans struggled to see, players had trouble holding the ball as a massive storm closed schools and roads, dumping up to 3 feet of snow in the Denver metro. But it did not stop the Broncos, who navigated 4 inches of snow on the field to edge out the Packers 17-14. A rare late-season hailstorm pounded the state on October 16, 1998. It would become one of the costliest ever in Colorado, causing nearly $88 million in damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles. The hail stacked up to a depth of 6 inches along parts of I-70. The thermometer can still heat up. Denver's hottest temperature ever recorded during the month was 90 degrees on October 1st, 1982. And each day's record high is in the 80s. Coming up, turning the calendar to October means fall colors will soon be winding down in parts of the high country, but there's still time for some great leaf peeping across our beautiful state. After the break, where to see the best color in October. But first, some of our favorite fall color photos of the season thus far, courtesy of the Shutterbugs in our Discover Colorado Through Your Photos group on Facebook. Scan the QR code on your screen to join in on the fun, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back to this Denver 7 Plus special weather presentation. I'm Danielle Grant. We turn now to the spectacular beauty in Colorado's high country as fall colors are at their peak in parts of the state. And if you've waited to leaf peep, you still have a little time. Denver 7's Stacy Donaldson has our updated fall foliage outlook.
I'm meteorologist Stacy Donaldson. Leaf update here in the higher elevations. Things really changing and a lot of color showing up in the higher elevations. These pictures from Marcia just show how beautiful it is up in the higher elevations right now. And if you are planning a trip up there to check out our high color and peak color, it's mostly through our northern and central mountains. We don't have a lot happening yet here across the eastern plains. As we get into the next week, this is where we're really going to see peak leaf colors changing. And the peak color right now is just off to the west toward Leadville, up toward just north of Granby into Rocky Mountain National Park. But over that next 7-day period, peak color and past peak color showing up. And past peak is where the leaves really just start to fall off the trees. They've already gone past peak, and we're going to be seeing the peak color come right on up into the foothills here just off to our west, and low color here for the Front Range as we get into the middle of this upcoming week. So we are really going to keep a close eye on things changing over as we get into the next 7 days or so. Past peak toward Leadville, peak color here down to our southwest past Highlands Ranch, and along the I-25 corridor, mostly low color at this point and through the next week. And you'll have to head off to the west to see those beautiful yellow leaves.
We have an updated fall color outlook and interactive map up on Denver7.com. And it may be hard to believe, but some of Colorado's ski resorts just might open up later this month. Keystone Resort has a projected opening date of October 25th. Winter Park hopes to open the slopes on the 28th. Eldora and Arapahoe Basin are aiming for the first weekend of November. It sure doesn't feel like we're weeks away from hitting the slopes, though. Still ahead, hear from Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson on what has been a hot summer in Colorado, including what temperature data from the new Central Park weather station is telling us. That and more coming up in Mike's monthly climate conversation with Colorado Public Radio. But first, more breathtaking photos from the first significant snowfall of the year up in the high country. The gold leaves in the snow making for a stunning scene. Scan the QR code for more photos and we'll be right back. Welcome back. As we close the book on a hot September and a sizzling hot summer here in Colorado, Denver7 Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson is taking a look at the impact of a changing climate on our rising average temperature. Take a listen to his most recent conversation with Colorado Public Radio's Ryan Warner.
Okay, let's talk about the record-breaking summer. In Denver, second hottest on record according to the National Weather Service. Average temperature was 75 degrees. The normal average is 72. I gather that takes overnights into account, not just highs during the day, right?
One of the things that we're finding with climate change is that it is getting warmer at night than it used to be. So your average daytime temperature is the combination of the high and the low, and that's meaning those average temperatures are warming up. Now, it's interesting that with the new weather station that we just installed out at what was at Stapleton Airport for decades, we are finding that the nighttime temperatures tend to be warmer than they are out at DIA. The daytime temperatures tend to be slightly cooler than they are out at DIA. But that's not surprising because if you think about it, when we get clouds building in the summertime, they start over the mountains and then they drift over the city as the afternoon progresses. They would drift over the weather station that's now at Central Park, aka the old Stapleton Airport, before they would get out to the new airport. The new airport, which is now 20 plus years old. We still call it that. Us people have been around a while.
The newer airport.
There you go.
Okay, so do you just expect summers to keep breaking records?
Well, we keep adding heat to the atmosphere because we keep adding carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. And we this year had 6 days of 100 or higher. And that's not the most we've ever had. We've had summers where we've had about 12, but what we're seeing is an increase in those really hot days as well. And that is what you would expect in a warmer world. So if we don't make significant cuts in our carbon emissions, by the time we reach, say, 2040, we'll average probably close to about 10 days of 100 or hotter every single summer. I remember when we first moved here in 1991, you might get 1 day of 100 degrees.
Okay, I know we're bouncing back and forth, right? Cool, hot.
That's weather.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the notion of snow.
Yep.
So we might get a little burst here this weekend. What is the outlook in general for the winter? Any clearer?
It is getting clearer now as you're looking at your crystal ball and things are starting to clear up a little bit with the message. We are transitioning back into what's called a La Nina in the Pacific Ocean, and that is the cooler surface temperatures in the equatorial Pacific, El Nino being warmer water at the surface. A La Nina winter tends to create a northwest to southeast jet stream flow over North America, which means the storm track would come in from the Gulf of Alaska, British Columbia, and the Pacific Northwest, and then come down into Colorado from the northwest. That typically favors the northern and central mountains with heavier snow at the expense of, say, the San Juans. So it'd be a great snow year for Steamboat, for Summit County. Later on towards springtime, that's when the Front Range resorts tend to pick up their heaviest snows, Loveland, Eldora. So probably a pretty good winter coming our way for skiers, although probably not quite as good for skiers that favor Telluride or down at Purgatory.
Do you want to place another gentleman's bet this season?
Sure.
First measurable snowfall. Why don't we do it at Central Park at the old weather station?
Great. I'll say October 20th.
October 20th? Okay, I'm going to do the Price is Right thing again and do like October 21st just to...
There you go.
You're the brave one.
How did that turn out last year? Last year, I can't remember. Did I get it right?
I think you won.
I don't know.
Had a long...
weather forecasters are like field goal kickers. We're supposed to be accurate.
Supposed to.
Yeah.
Let's see. I want to talk about flooding in Europe. I mean, it's been remarkable. Mass evacuations in 6 countries. Meanwhile, here, the hurricane season, which was supposed to be really active, according to forecasters at Colorado State University, because of all things, hurricane forecasting comes out of landlocked Colorado. But CSU now saying the last time the Atlantic had no storms between August 13th and September 3rd was in 1968. So we're getting a soaking in Europe. We're getting this below average hurricane season, at least in the early start here. And it all makes me wonder about unpredictability, Mike.
Well, we can always learn more things. And so one of the things that we've learned is that in Africa, the belt of thunderstorm activity, which they call the intertropical convergence zone, shifted northward about 150 miles into the Sahara. So they actually had really good rains in places like Sudan. and that was unusual. What that did is that shifted where these waves come off of Africa, and at the closer to the equator, the weather moves from east to west. And so these waves were coming off of Africa, which are typically the waves that eventually drift across the Atlantic and form into tropical storms and hurricanes. But because that shifted farther north, when they came off Africa, they came over cooler waters farther to the north, and it just kind of damped out that wave entirely.
Hmm.
I'd never heard of this before. I read this from the CSU researchers that's what they're finding suppressed the hurricane season. That may well have also shifted some of the rain bands a little farther north in the eastern hemisphere and could be related to what we're seeing in Europe. Could be. I'm not a big European weather aficionado.
It didn't occur to me to connect the hurricane and the wetness in Europe. That's interesting. And
Well, that might be a stretch too. I'm kind of blue sky on that one a little bit. So, but I do know there's a connection to the lack of hurricanes, to the shift of this convergence zone farther north in Africa, which changed the way waves come off of the African continent.
well, and
This is why,
yeah.
Brian, when people say to me, climate change, way too complicated, you can't even get the forecast right next week, how do you know the world's warming up?
Yeah.
And I'll come back to it. Weather is one play in a football game. Climate is like the history of the National Football League. And global temperature is even simpler. It's the rules of the game. A touchdown is worth 6 points. A field goal is worth 3. The rules of the game in terms of global temperature, if there's more heat coming in than going out, the planet warms up.
I'm left with two impressions when we talk, Mike, which is that weather and climate remind us that it is a small world. And two, you're kind of a football fanatic. It's a little,
Well, it is the
obvious.
season. Even if some of our teams are struggling a bit, others are doing quite well. So
Thanks for being with us again.
it's always great to talk to you.
That does it for this Denver 7 Plus special presentation on all things October weather here in Colorado. If you're just tuning in, you can catch the whole episode right now. If you're watching us on your connected TV device, just hit your back button and search for October weather. Or you can go to denver7.com/October weather. Until next time, I'm Danielle Grant. Have a great day.